Under the shade of a big tree, small plants will not grow. Let me repeat it again. Under the shade of a big tree, small plants will not grow. Do you know who said this? This was being said by none other than the great of the greatest. I would rather say the great of the greatest person, or human being what this country has witnessed. Swami Vivekananda. Now, I'm not going to make any big speeches about Swami Vivekananda. Now, Vivekananda is a person who's been a youth inspiration, and he's the forefront of so-called youth empowerment and all these things, right? I have a very very simple message which I would want to share it to all my future leaders out there, right? Simple story, a very simple story. Once upon a time, Vivekananda was traveling to Japan, and he had the first Tata along with him in the same ship. So both of them meet each other. I'm talking about the JRD Tata, I mean the first Tata. So both of them meet, and they greet each other. And Vivekananda, who's also known as Narendra, I mean his real name is Narendra, right? So he says, they both have a conversation and introduces themselves. Vivekananda asks, where are you going? He says, Tata replies, I'm leaving to going to Japan for an exhibition. And Vivekananda is like, okay, exhibition? What exhibition is that? So for that, Tata replies, it's a science exhibition. So, I'm going there to visit. So that, I can interact and I can talk to scientists. I can get involved and I can talk to scientists and get some new ideas and concepts from them. For that, Narendra, I mean that's Swami Vivekananda, he tries to talk to Tata. He takes a small session with Tata and he says, you know what, this country, our country, India, has been ruled by Britishers for it's just been like 200 years of British rule, correct? But before that, if you see this country, India is a country where you have all the amount of technology, science, everything, right from arts to culture to everything. We have immense amount of learning from this country. Now, why I'm telling this is, I'm sure people will agree with this. The first open bypass surgery was being done by a yogi in India. America, we all know America. The speech of Swami Vivekananda in America, right? Now, America is a big nation. Now, imagine a boy who's been invited for a conference in Chicago. Like so many people out there, and everybody is sitting, and one by one they go out there and they try to make a speech. Ladies and gentlemen, and they open their talk and they talk. So our man Narendra, that's Swami Vivekananda, is going to Chicago, is visiting Chicago for the first time. It's a conference. Over there, he gets nervous, and he listens to the same opening of ladies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen. When he goes there, when he wants to, when his turn comes to talk, he starts off with brothers and sisters. We all know that, right? But if you listen to that conversation, brothers and sisters, the conversation, the great talk of Swami Vivekananda in Chicago, for 1.5 minutes after he started the conversation, there were like huge roar and applause in the crowd, just because of the opening said brothers and sisters of America, of Chicago. That is his greatness. I still remember reading one of his books. He had also mentioned that if I was to be born in Jerusalem, I would rather wash Jesus Christ's feet by using my own blood from my heart. This is something beyond caste and beyond all these things, religion and all these things. Some people say that he is religiously conspired, but no. I mean, if you have to get to the readings and life motivations of life stories of Narendra Swami Vivekananda, Now, why I'm telling all these things is, I'm not giving you a boring lecture of Swami Vivekananda. Now, Swami Vivekananda, the person who followed Swami Vivekananda was none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Our late president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, always have been, a great follower of Swami Vivekananda, because in every speech of his, he says, 100 billion youth can never go wrong. India can never go wrong. This country can never go wrong. Now, coming from that kind of a background, a very simple upbringing background, we all know, right? IISc, the Indian Institute of Science, is more than 100 years old. The first scientist or the first person to head IISc was none other than Dr. C.V. Raman. And from there, ISRO was born, the Indian Space Research Organization, where Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam started from what not, from Agni missile to testing PSLVs, failing on projects, winning on projects, and finally, for whatever he did as a president of this country, reaching till the president level, he has always inspired the youth. He has always inspired people. How many people will not get inspired of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, right? So, man of a vision, it all comes from one person. His guru, is none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's original guru would always be Swami Vivekananda. He's a great man, and that's the kind of character and the kind of person who Swami Vivekananda was. So why I'm telling all these things to you is today, India currently, at the moment, we are facing this COVID crisis and this pandemic crisis. There's a lot of life, there's a lot of deaths which is happening. Humanity is on its stake now. Now, I, coming from a very simple background, I just wanted to do something for the society, and also wanted to make sure that, whatever I do, at least I should keep inspiring people, and I should do for it, for a cause. Never, ever, think about the outcome of the projects or the outcome of the initiatives. All we need to do is just go there and stand there and deliver. So, as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, every youth wants to be unique. Everybody wants to be unique. But how they are going to be unique is, what is the out-of-the-box idea that can create and, do something to be very unique. So that is what is all about empowering and, doing something. Let's just join hands. Let's just do something for humanity. I'm sure people who are listening to this podcast will agree with me. And you don't need a better motivation, or you don't need a better inspiration than these two people. There are many people actually. But yes, India as a country can never fail and can never go wrong. Thank you so much for listening to my simple podcast. This is Dr. Karthik Narayanan. Have a great day.